The Dark Side of the Circus. 10 incredible stories that will leave you speechless. Hello, Curiosity Explorers. Welcome to another incredible episode of Explore and Discover Curious World. I'm your host, and today, oh boy, I have something really special for you. But before we start, I'd like to ask you for a small favor. If you enjoy the video, please give it a like or leave a comment afterward. It'll only take a second, but it would really help the channel grow. Thank you so much for your support. You know when you say, I would have never expected that? Well, multiply that by 10, because we're about to dive into a world where reality surpasses fantasy, the 19th century circus. But beware, this isn't your usual circus with clowns and trapeze artists. No, no, no. We're talking about an era where being different became a show, where the incredible walked, or crawled or rolled, right in front of your eyes. Before we begin, I must warn you, if you're eating, well, maybe it's better to put that snack aside. You never know. Story 1. Franklin Teeny, the man who had one leg too many. Imagine being born in Sicily in 1889 and discovering that you have an extra accessory that nobody ordered. Franklin Teeny didn't have to imagine it. He lived it. 3 legs, ladies and gentlemen. 3. Complete legs. But wait, because the story gets even more incredible. Not only did he have a 3rd leg, but also 16 toes in total. He was practically a balance superhero before superheroes were even a thing. But how did he manage with pants? You might be wondering. Well, that was the least of his problems. Frank was so skilled with his 3rd leg that he could even kick a ball with it. Think about how annoying that would be for opponents during a soccer game. The most incredible thing? He lived a completely normal life, got married, and had 4 children. Imagine the dinner conversations. Dad, can I borrow a leg? Which of the 3, honey? Story 2. Ella Harper, the queen of reverse flexibility. If you thought yoga was difficult, wait until you hear about Ella Harper, the famous camel girl. Born in 1870 in Tennessee, Ella had a peculiarity that would make her famous. Her knees bent backwards. Yes, you heard that right. While we struggled to touch our toes, Ella naturally walked on all 4s as if it were the most normal thing in the world. She was practically every contortionist's dream, or every tailor's nightmare. The most impressive thing? She earned $200 a week in 1886, equivalent to about $5,000 today. Who said being different doesn't pay? But Ella wasn't content with circus fame. After earning enough, she said, thanks, but no thanks to show business, and went to study. A true 19th century boss lady. Story 3. Alice Doherty. When you don't need a hairdresser, think you have hair problems? Alice Doherty, the Minnesota woolly girl, would make you feel lucky. Born in 1887, Alice had a condition called hypertrichosis lanuginosa that made her, well, practically a human plush toy. With blonde hair growing everywhere on her face and body, Alice was practically the living embodiment of a golden retriever puppy. The upside? She was never cold in winter. The most surprising thing? Her hair reached 22 centimeters in length. Think about how much shampoo she must have used. Story 4. Chang and Eng, the twins who couldn't separate. Okay, brace yourselves because this story is crazy. Chang and Eng Bunker, the famous Siamese twins, were literally inseparable. No, seriously, they were connected by a 15-centimeter bridge of flesh. But the most incredible part? These guys didn't let anything stop them. They got married, yes, to 2 different women, had 21 children in total, and became successful farmers. Think about the organization needed to manage all that. Hey brother, it's your turn to drive. No, we've been driving together for the last 50 years. Story 5. Joseph Merrick, the man who inspired Hollywood. The story of Joseph Merrick, better known as the Elephant Man, is probably one of the most touching on our journey. Born in 1862 in England, Merrick developed a condition that dramatically deformed his body. But beneath that unusual appearance lay one of the most brilliant and sensitive minds of the Victorian era. The thing few people know? He was a poet. Yes, you heard right. His favorite poem began with, "'Tis true, my form is something odd, but blaming nature is blaming God." Story 6. Schlitzie, the Hollywood star before Hollywood. If you think TikTok stars are strange, wait until you hear about Schlitzie. Born in the Bronx, this little great artist became a true celebrity in the 1920s and 30s. Affected by microcephaly, Schlitzie had the peculiarity of having a very small head, but an enormous heart. He was famous for his contagious smile and joy of living. Fun fact, he appeared in the 1932 cult film Freaks. He was practically the Tom Cruise of his era. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit. Story. #7. Prince Randian, the master of the impossible. Get ready, because this story defies all logic. Prince Randian, born in 1871, had neither arms nor legs. But wait before feeling sorry for him. This man could smoke, paint, sew, and even open a matchbox. Using only his mouth, he was practically the MacGyver of his time. How does he do all this, you'll ask? Well, determination can work miracles. And yes, he also got married and had 4 children. Beat that! Story 8. Isaac W. Sprague, the living skeleton. Isaac Sprague was known as the living skeleton. And no, he wasn't Jack Skellington's cousin. Born completely normal, at 12, he began losing weight inexplicably until he weighed only 19 kilograms. But the most incredible thing? He married twice and had 3 perfectly healthy children. Who said love looks at appearance? Story 9. General Tom Thumb, the greatest little showman. Charles Stratton, better known as General Tom Thumb, was the Victorian equivalent of a rock star. Standing only 65 centimeters tall, this little big man conquered the world with his charisma. He was so famous that he even performed for Queen Victoria. Think about it, he earned more than many modern CEOs, and all this before the invention of social media. Story 10. Grady Stiles Jr., the dark side of fame. And finally, we arrive at the darkest story of our journey. Grady Stiles Jr., known as Lobster Boy, reminds us that not all circus stories have a happy ending. Born with a rare condition that gave him hands like lobster claws, Grady became famous, but, well, let's say he wasn't exactly the ideal neighbor. Did you enjoy the video? Drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Do you have a specific curiosity or a quirky topic you'd like to see in the next video? Tell us, and we'll be happy to explore it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our most curious content. Julia Pastrana captivated audiences with her unique appearance, leaving behind a legacy that challenges our understanding of beauty and acceptance. Did you enjoy the video? Drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Do you have a specific curiosity or a quirky topic you'd like to see in the next video? Tell us, and we'll be happy to explore it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our most curious content.